There we go. All right, so good.
Hi.
You're live.
Welcome.
Welcome and bienvenue. Let's get these YouTubes going here.
Nice and organized here.
Oh,
Hello
yes.
and welcome to the Velveteen Lounge. Let's go find our Facebook broadcast.
Yeah, it's in there. Don't worry. You may be watching already, but
There.
actually you can't be because we haven't completed it yet. There it is.
There it is.
Awesome.
Welcome. Happy Wednesday.
Happy. I would in the past have called that hump day, but now it's like, oh, I don't know.
Happy belated repeal day.
Yeah. Wasn't it yesterday?
It was Monday.
Monday. Oh,
Monday,
true. Yeah, that's the one. December 5th, 1933 is a day that will live in infamy. I tell you. Well, according to the
Hi,
WTCA anyway. But hello!
WCTU.
Well, one of those things. Yes. One of those things.
Hi, Devin. Oh,
Yeah.
from freezing Portland.
Oh, man, I guess.
I haven't been
I
outside
bet.
today. I don't know what the weather's like here.
We, honestly, it's this
It was a little
exact
rainy
moment,
earlier.
mild because the temperature rose past the freezing area to be like low 50s. It's not what I would call you want to be out there without a jacket, but it's well above the 17 that it was on
All
Monday when I
right.
went out to the car.
Hi, Stu.
So there.
Good to see you.
Hey, Stu.
Yay! All right. Yes, yay indeed, Stu. So, this evening, we're enjoying the music of Laura Ainsworth.
Well, hello.
We've had her on the show before,
Correct.
and she has a new CD. I hope I'm trying to tilt it right so that the light doesn't just
Catch it poorly.
reflect
and we can
off
see
of
what's
the.
what. Oh,
There
it looks
we
good.
go.
Yeah, it looks excellent.
There we go.
Got
Off
the delay
of the,
here, you can't tell.
Yeah,
Yep.
off of the shrink
That's the
wrap.
stuff. The new album is actually pressed in Japan, as it turns out. It's got one of those interesting little obi slips on it.
Oh, Eric
it
says it
is-
was foggy as London last night. Okay, I gotta get
Bang.
I gotta get the link to where you can buy the CD.
There we go. So, new album. You asked for it. I actually really, really like that title.
I know that's
You
great.
asked for it. You know, you got it's and you know it's
You
in
asked for it.
a real torchy song setting, which is like this is the stock and trade of Ms. Ainsworth. I think you asked for it kind of sounds like that Buddy and the boys are going to take you out
I'm
back
going
and give
to
you the business.
share the link
Hilarious.
for where you can purchase your own copy.
Fantastic. You asked for it has a 12 song that people demanded that she do. So she actually
Hi, Lisa, and
got
hi,
the
Julie.
band together, got the songs
Yay.
together, got this going. You're listening to it now. If any one of these services wants to shut us down, we have permission to use the music, people.
Exactly. Yes, we're not just we didn't freelance here.
What the hell do you think we came off the beat truck from Long Island? So you cut that, and look, I love this cover. She has one of the executives
Hi, Lisa.
Portabars. We have this model. It's very
Yay.
great. It's like the 3-bottle model. So cool.
3-bottle model.
So cool. And on the back, like she's standing in front of like a 1959 stereo jukebox. Oh man, this is great. Fantastic. Lyrics and fold-out poster inside, meaning there's fold-up lyrics inside in English and Japanese. That's awesome.
Very
and there's a
cool.
catalog for the
Very,
other
very
CDs.
cool.
Buy them all. Collect, please. Come on. That's all I did. And of course, there is your own
Oh,
poster.
62, Stu. That's great.
How about a poster?
Oh, look at that. Look at that bar.
How about a widescreen poster with a bar? Is that
That is
cool or
yes.
what?
They did it right.
Full
They-
liners.
they did it
all
right.
of the notes here. Song notes
You
on
gotta tilt it
every single song.
there. Okay, now, all right.
This is just fantastic.
You gotta tilt it or the light will reflect.
Oh, I know it's the kind of thing. So I like you might see that ours is signed there because you know we're featuring Laura on the broadcast. She sent us some fun stuff, so that's the idea. Very cool, great
Oh,
package.
We have a-
You'll love it.
we have a question from Devin.
Hey,
Jessica has a question. She was looking up root beer mocktails, and the only one she could find was something called a dirty root beer. It's root beer, vanilla syrup, and vanilla ice cream. We're both like, that's a root beer float. Because that's what I was thinking too.
root beer float.
Jessica wants to know what you would make if you were making a dirty root beer mocktail. Root beer. I like root beer at A&W, but otherwise I'm kind of like,
If I
so I
were
will ask him.
working a root beer thing, I would bear in mind that
Hi, Errol.
as an ingredient in a cocktail, how would you balance off the sweetness of that? You would use alcohol. In a mocktail, what are you going to do? You're going to have to find something that will fill in for that.
Mm-hmm.
And luckily enough, you already have all that rootiness going.
I was going to say, it's already kind of bitter.
You've got herbal going, so make it more bitter. You can do that with like black or green tea. Try that kind of angle.
That's a good idea.
You can also find something that's got a pretty high gentian content. Perhaps you want to try a something in the root beer family called Moxie, which is flavored with gentian. This is actually an interesting cocktail ingredient, and it's an interesting mocktail ingredient.
What do you think about citrus?
Citrus with? Give it a squeeze. Couldn't hurt.
Hi, Bill.
You try to cut down on the extensive sweetness of these things. Remember that root beer, like a lot of these things, was originally designed as sort of like a calming throat syrup sort of thing. It has a long history in these like tea concoctions.
Errol says, party time starting for him. Okay, good.
Oh, well, good. Right.
And Bill says, I'm almost 70 in California.
Oh, wow. Dig it.
It's like dirty bologna. The one with the green olive in it.
Oh, yeah. Like, you know, olive loaf. Olive loaf.
Yay.
This is the stuff. There's also
Hi, Peter.
There's a product that's sold in South...
Hi, Jamie.
Pardon me. There's a product that's sold in South Africa called polony, which is actually like chartreuse. It sounds just god-awful. It's just some cheap bologna product. I think you probably want to avoid that. Although if you actually hail from South Africa, you might say, I'm kind of nostalgic for that. You know, the way that people can be when there's some junky thing.
For those of you just joining us, we're sharing the new CD from Laura Ainsworth. You asked for it.
Hello.
And I have dropped the link where you can purchase it. And I will drop it again.
We'll drop it a few more times. So people see it. The whole point is we're promoting Laura's album. She got us a copy, so we're going to play it for you. We can play it for you on the air.
Yes.
In unusual fashion. And you can listen. You know, isn't that fantastic? I like having music again on there. We have the video fireplace going over there, and in fact, we have the video fireplace going over there.
We do have two video fires. It's very warm and toasty.
Kind of opposing fireplaces.
Devin says they only drink A&W. Yes.
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay.
That's a good idea for a party. I don't think I've ever been to a party where they had a root beer drink. So
if you're working
let us know how it
with
goes.
Root beer, remember it's very sweet. Some people will like that, and I'm like, here you go, straight root beer, done. If you want to make a cocktail, remember that it's supposed to be bitter. So find something bitter that goes. You can actually buy gentian root itself and infuse things with it. Yes. It doesn't take much. It is really, really astringent.
Yes.
That's what they use for Angostura bitters. It's the base of like every other bitter out there has that. That's a note in there. It's like, whoa, you know, the liqueur. Which one are we thinking of that is the gentian based? Suze.
Oh.
is actually gentian. And like you get a whiff of that, you're like, wow, this is going to be so bitter. You try it, it's a lot more mild than that.
Oh, yeah.
But it has that note, and it's considered medicinal. It's just one of those classes of things that dates from a long time ago. That's considered medicinal for you. So, 15 herbs and spices, that's the thing. But root beer is good for the purpose because it already has a bunch of roots and leaves and berries.
Yes, Eric, we had a request for a root beer mocktail. Well, root beer mocktail ideas.
Yes.
So, yeah.
How are you going to work with that?
Got that covered now.
We will work with all sorts of things. I know there's some channels that would say, you can't do anything with that. Sure, you can do something with that.
Oh,
think about it.
Devin, I don't know. If they have a lot of herbs and such, you might. It's a root, gentian, but I know you can. Oh, hi, Satellite.
Hello.
I know you can order it online. You can order it at Calustians.com.
Yep.
Although, when you go to Calustians, the name changes to something else.
Yeah. It is a New York herb store that has everything. Everything.
Oh, Peter's asking about root beer and Campari.
If you're going mocktail route, you can't do that.
Yeah, I don't.
However,
I'm not I'm not sure I would like it, but I'm sure someone would.
Now, what makes Campari bitter actually is quinine. So that's an interesting idea. Quinine is like a sort of astringent flavor to it, and you would find that in tonic water. Am I going to tell you to go mixing?
Hi, Laura.
Sorry, am I going to go tell?
The CD.
Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. Oh, sorry. On YouTube. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, acting up. Hello. I mean, join the crowd. I know. Jeez, that happens. That's the thing. So glad to see you here. We actually we saw you waiting, I think, on YouTube. So that's great. And watch on whatever visual you want. If you want to comment, you're going to have to get on your tablet or your phone or something and do that because the TV won't let you do that, folks. Laura knows this. She figured that part out already. So that's that kind of stuff. But we were talking about, like, what would you do, again, to sort of, like...
Ooh, Rye Manhattan.
Bitter up the root beer. Try quinine. Half and half quinine and tonic.
Oh.
No, half and half, like, tonic and root beer. Okay, that's a peculiar thing, but I'd try it.
Devin, it's good to have a mocktail, no matter what.
Yeah.
Even if you have people there, you know, you just think you have to have people who can't drink. But even if you have a bunch of drinkers, it's good to have a mocktail because... someone's got to drive home.
We have absolutely had little shindigs here where one of our favorite things to do is champagne, or, well, we probably have Prosecco, right? With a little bit of a blackcurrant liqueur, and that's a Kir Royale. If you make it with wine, it's just a Kir. And if you want to actually make that non-alcoholic, you know, there's that Martinelli's sparkling cider, and you can get some raspberry syrup, no alcohol. And that works great. I would still want to put like a shot of bitters in there. I mean, that's a tiny, tiny amount of alcohol, but you know, unless somebody's allergic or something, it's not a big deal. Well, and if you're
strictly like, no, not even a drop.
Can't do it. Boom,
can't do the bitters, but you know.
Yeah, I like...
most people aren't.
I like what Satellite said. Sorry, I was mixing a cocktail. You know, that's like the best idea.
No apology necessary for
None
that.
whatsoever, please. I think I know that Laura and company are very likely enjoying their favorite libation right now. Because we're listening to some pretty torchy music
Hi, Gabriel.
that sort of demands a dry martini. Well, or a dry Manhattan, or maybe a standard Manhattan.
Good
you know.
to see you.
Maybe an old-fashioned.
Hey.
I think a classic is called for in such things. What do you think?
Speaking of...
Oh, well, do you have a little something in mind?
I'm ready for a lovely libation. I'm thinking of one I dreamt up today.
There was it.
Dreamt up.
There was before I woke up dreaming of a white cocktail.
I do not wake up dreaming of booze yet.
Did dream of a white cocktail.
All right.
But, yeah.
So I'm calling this video fireplace.
Well, speaking
of having the video fireplaces going.
Speaking of which, I'll be right back.
All right. And I actually don't need to look. I memorized it. So to make video fireplace, all you do is combine 2 ounces of bourbon.
That's a great place to start, eh?
I agree. I have 2 bourbon drinks planned for this evening.
That's why the bourbon is in a large bottle and is well at hand.
Exactly. Although we just got this, and would you look at that?
Well, we had a few friends over, and you know, maybe there were a few drinks. It happens. If you want to show some hospitality, you can't be stingy on the liquor. That's a simple fact. And for Pete's sake, if any of you are in the area and say we'd really love to drop by the lounge, let us know. Please do. We can mix you something that looks like this. Of course. Hey.
Oh, okay. Hi, Andy. Good to see you.
We're having a dried red wine. Well, that's an excellent.
And hi, Joe.
I favor a dried red wine myself. So,
Oh.
Crown Royal vanilla coffee.
All right.
Hey, there you go.
Okay, so there was
Having
2
like
ounces
Crown
of
as well.
bourbon. I'm going to add a 1/2 ounce blackcurrant liqueur. I'm using American fruits. They're local to us.
If you have a local, kick it. And you said hi, Andy. Yeah,
I did. But
help.
hello again, Andy.
Andy actually featured our cocktail glass on his page earlier
thank
today.
you.
Thank you. That's some kind of awesome. We are all out of them.
Today or
we'd
yesterday?
be hawking them. Although we still have the Glendale wine glass. If anybody's saying, "Gee, I'd love that," you know. We may be hawking some of our merchandise later, but as of right now, we are promoting once again, and we'll do this many times during the show. Laura Ainsworth, you asked for it.
Oh, Lisa! I know
Love
Lisa's
that
loving the music, right?
Kicker.
I know it's so nice to be able to play music.
And that's you could do this sort of thing.
It's so nice.
You get we're still going to get busted. I know we're going to get YouTube's bumming. You are under copyright violation. Oh, for Pete's sake!
I chose the wrong.
The artist is here. You know, you just can't set these things up with these channels.
Pardon me 1 second. I brought the wrong bottle.
If you would please. Again, you asked for it. Love the title. 12 songs demanded by fans. Isn't that great? She said, "Yeah, I'll do those songs."
Hi, Julianne.
Listen to those arrangements.
Thank you.
This band is slick. This sounds so fantastic.
Oh, Julianne, I made these custom for us, but let me Send me a mail. We can probably figure something out.
Talk to us. I just saw a question from
Four
one of our
dashes.
correspondents that we saw
walnut
recently
bitters.
about looking for seamstresses, and there were some suggestions. They
Yes.
are around, and those who actually make that their stock and trade and relate to business should get your business. I'm sure that we could ask around and find something. You
I'll
know?
repeat all this back.
There are
Don't
people.
worry.
Yep. Oh, you'll get it. But definitely.
Okay. And so far it was 2 ounces of bourbon, a ½ ounce black currant liqueur, ½ ounce fresh lemon juice, 4 dashes black walnut bitters, 4 dashes cranberry bitters, and 4 dashes ginger bitters.
Hello.
Hi,
Somebody named
Elizabeth.
Linda and
Oh my
Elizabeth.
gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, and hi, Mom. Hi, Mom and Elizabeth.
Happy holidays.
Hey.
Oh, and he says he needs another cocktail glass to make a pair.
Oh, man.
Gotta see if we can scare that up. Yowza.
All right, I need ice. Did you get ice?
I sure as heck did.
Oh, yeah.
Sure did, Cody. Okay.
I
Your
think I
tin,
can-
please.
If you want to do it, great.
Help out.
I was going to say I could do it.
I can help out here.
Thank
What
you.
am I here for? Hey, hey.
I'm going to hold it still.
Thank
you.
you.
All right.
There we go. And boom.
Oh, thank you, Julianne.
Well, if you had a more active sweatshop, you could bust out a bunch of these and make them go. But in the meantime, we're just talking a little promo,
I got to finish making a film first.
a few drinkos, and we got to finish making a film first. It's coming. It's coming.
It is.
Ellen is coming.
It's so near yet so far away.
For those of you who have been waiting, it's coming. Yes.
I'm gonna take the red one.
Oh, you will. How
I
nice.
will.
How nice.
Strain into a cocktail glass. I'm gonna give myself a lemon twist.
Oh, that sounds like a
Because
fine idea too, eh?
I peeled those lemons. So.
I peeled them. I would use them. Correct?
Thank you.
There we go.
Okay.
And
And they are here.
She likes
Okay,
hers with a
The
twist.
video fireplace. Let's give it a try.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Yes,
nice.
please.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Oh,
Yes,
it's
please.
a fine thing.
Oh, Laura says I hear scotch and soda playing. There's an easy recipe,
Easy
right?
cocktail recipe.
Exactly.
Scotch and
Thank you,
soda.
Elizabeth. We're listening to Laura's new CD.
Scotch and soda is a classic highball.
The Morse code, Jamie.
Yeah, if you throw in some bitters, you've actually pretty much got a cocktail recipe. Although it tends to be a tall glass. It's a slow one. You just want to sip it as you go along. It's a fine thing to have.
Andy, yes, Cavassier was my father's favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Cognac of Napoleon.
To drown her gift fruitcake.
When people say Napoleon brandy, they are very
Oh my
likely
gosh.
talking about such things. Although I think there are a lot of imitators that say Napoleon brandy. Look, the French distilled brandy, the English distilled gin, the Dutch distilled gin, and the Irish and the Scots did whiskey. That's why there's such a thing as French brandy. But that's all. It doesn't have any special powers. It's 80 proof like the rest of it. But if you age it, like anything else, it gets really nice. Gee, I think I have a bottle of brandy over there. What a fine idea, huh? Maybe I'll work on a riff like that.
Do you want the brandy?
Give me a moment and let me see what I want.
I'll go get you the brandy. I can do that. I'm helpful
I
like
can do it.
that.
I'm helpful like this. I think I'm going to do this, yeah.
Are you?
Let's work a fun idea. I'll be right back.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to drop the link again for Laura's CD that we're all enjoying right now. It's really, it just goes beautifully with cocktails. I have to say. There we go. Ooh, are you going to build in the glass?
I think I'm building glass. This is a great idea. Here's a single old-fashioned glass and a big rock. Now you can get
Yeah,
those
write this down.
ice cube trays that make a really big rock. You can get the ice cube, containers that will make a big sphere. That's fun. Or you can make these things into a dodecahedron if you're
Dorcahedron,
if you're like that.
as they call it on The Simpsons.
It's just a little harder to remove from the mold. I'm just
What are we
saying.
calling this?
I don't quite know yet. It's a type of old-fashioned. So if you
I like that. A type of
a type
old-fashioned.
of old-fashioned, if you could procure for me the apple bitters.
I will.
Actually,
And
she made these recently. I think I
did.
participated by tasting. Yeah, not much.
What happened? Where's the bowl of eggnog?
It's out there keeping cold.
Oh, okay. Let me know when to bring it in.
Because it's actually a little warm in here. We had the oven running,
believe it
and
or
also,
not.
like, you know, it's not 12 degrees out there like it was earlier this week. It's kind of in the low 50s. So what I'm going to do is take these bitters. You made these apple bitters, which was a formula
did.
from, I believe, the book Bitters.
Bitters.
Yeah, Spirited History. And I'm going to give these like 5 dashes right on top of the cube. Let those
An ambiguous
sit
old-fashioned. Exactly,
Ambiguous
Eric.
old-fashioned.
It's ambiguous.
Any old
Yes, it is cocktail music, Gabriel.
Any old-fashioned out there worth its salt. It's pretty simple. It is a dash of sweet, a dash of bitter, or a lot of dashes of sweet and bitter if you like that kind of thing. I think a bunch of dashes of bitter is a great way to go. 5 dashes.
5
bitters.
dashes. Okay.
And you can shake that up and pour it. You can just build it over a glass. It's a few ingredients. And then you add about 2 ounces of your base liquor. You could have a lot of different base liquors that would make that a pretty plausible old-fashioned. The classic being rye or bourbon. I think I'll go with brandy. Brandy old-fashioned.
Oh.
There we go. Now, could you procure for
So
me?
Brandy's wearing a Tito sweater.
We got all these Tito sweaters in the collection.
Tito's.
We're not actually using
Sorry,
vodka
Tito's.
tonight. No.
Ah, there
we
you go.
go. I need something in the way
I undressed
of
it.
a liqueur to work with that. Is it possible to grab? I think we have a pear liqueur, a spice pear.
We do.
Is that too hard to get to?
No. I can almost get my hand in there.
Super.
There we go.
There we go.
Okay,
So this is the
got
St.
it.
George Spirit Spice Pear Liqueur.
How
I
much
think
are you
this is
gonna
going to work. I'm going to go with a good solid half. I think that's just fine. That's a pretty good place to be with such a thing. I mean, you want to make a classic old-fashioned, you'll have like a sugar syrup, some bitters, and some rye or some bourbon.
Hi,
and it's just like a
Dime.
dash of each of those things and a couple ounces of the bourbon poured over the rock, let it get cold. Very simple thing.
Oh, Errol. Errol says, when I turned 50, my sister-in-law and my sister and brother-in-law set 50 flamingos in our yard.
Oh!
That
Hilarious.
was hilarious. Hi, Keith.
Hilarious.
Hilarious, I must
All right,
say.
2 ounces of brandy using Raynel, which is a very nice French brandy.
Oh my gosh, Laura, I love all the stuff on the cover. It's just amazing.
Oh, it's just killer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You turn it into a tiki oasis. I just
Yes,
love
hi, Keith.
the concept that you could turn your own abode into
Exactly.
a tiki oasis, you know? That's
Okay,
fantastic.
so how much brandy?
2 ounces.
Okay.
So it makes a kind of a tall drink, but at the end of the day, it's a shot of hooch with a little bitter and a little sweet. There you go. And all you really need to do is just give it a little shake. Get it cold on that rock. And there you go.
Do you have the... Oh, you do
I do, in fact.
have the... Thank you.
The spray.
It remains sticky behind this bar.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
It's impossible. It's
Thank you.
impossible to do.
All right.
A very gentle shake. I'm not trying to, like, slosh things. That would mean I'd have to borrow that
I'm not
spray
trying to
back
get
from
sloshed.
her. And there we go. I'm not trying to slosh things except myself, you know? And that's a very simple and good thing that you would have any day that we can say, ah. Now,
Smells good.
bear in mind, you can't do this with like cheap liquor. If you do this with like a cheap bourbon, you'd say, ooh, that tastes kind of nasty because your base liquor
That's
doesn't
good.
taste that
That's
good.
really good.
This is a nice
Hi,
aged brandy.
Roberta.
Use a nice aged whiskey or rye and you'll get good results.
Night
If you say to yourself, gee, I've got a 12-year-old rum over there. Rum old fashioned. Hello. Any brown good will work with this.
Oh my gosh.
What's not going to work is like vodka because you don't have a lot of flavor going on. You're just drinking the hooch. You've got to have some flavor going on. There you go.
Laura, I gotta see pictures. Okay, the flamingos. Wow.
Plastic flamingos. Marvel.
We have a few flamingos in our backyard, but not that many.
Flamingo Christmas light strings.
I know.
Oh.
We gotta put a Santa hat on the flamingos. I did one time.
Oh, please. Got to get these things going.
Mm-hmm.
I think do our flamingos have Santa hats? Yes, they do.
They do.
On the shirts. And I'm listening to that line, we're very popular in the neighborhood, and thinking, it sounds like this is being said ironically, but I tell you,
Jan.
I would be happy to be your neighbor. That's marvelous.
Oh, Dime, thank you. Yes, thank you
Hello.
for buying our record. We
Oh,
appreciate
marvelous.
that.
Oh, marvelous. Yes. We understand that you had some very unfortunate news, and I'm lifting the hat to that because that's rough. That's rough, no matter which day of the week these things happen. And I did not expect to see you tonight. And if you decided to show up, I will say you have great fortitude, sir. That's just marvelous. So, it kind of makes me tear up a little. These things happen. In the meantime, we will proceed. We're continuing to promote a little Laura Ainsworth. Well, actually, it's a full-size Laura Ainsworth.
Yes, it's all Chan. This is the CD that we're playing this evening by Laura, who's with us this evening. Laura Ainsworth.
Laura's commenting.
Her new CD.
So you can actually you can respond and say hi. This is fantastic. It's like a little LP package.
Hello, Kelly, and hello, Kathy.
It actually contains, I whipped this out earlier, it contains full lyrics. Here they are folded up in English and Japanese. This is crazy. And it contains a little poster. Picture of Laura at this cool bar where all the photo shoot happened.
Yes.
On the cover, she's dealing with an executor porta-bar. This is fantastic. The song selection is stellar. The audience demanded it. They wanted these songs. Well, there's some really great songs. There's songs that really made me tear up a little.
I will toast to her too.
But these arrangements just kill. This is just amazing. So happy to be able to feature some live music on the show again. Occasionally we will have musician friends who say, "Yeah, I got an album, and you've got the rights to use it, and here we are." We're still going to get busted by Facebook. Oh, you're using copyrighted music. Yeah, duh. Which the artist said we could use. I know. I rant on that a little too much. I'm ranting on Facebook after all.
Well, Laura says we have a Santa Flamingo that's just about to join the crowd.
Oh, hello.
Nice. Andy says, speaking of rye, I just made my first Happy Buddha using old Overhold. Okay. All right.
Overhold does 100 proof.
I haven't had a Happy Buddha in a really long time.
I was just reading a book that you gave me about, alchemical formulae that are the history of booze and medicine.
Gabriel says, next cocktail, Moscow Mule.
Oh, there we go.
I think we could do that, couldn't we?
We could whip that up easily.
We could do that.
We got that. And you can do all sorts of variations on that. So
yes.
The thing about bottled and bond, why in the world is there such a thing? Is because in the 1800s, late 1800s, there's all sorts of things passing themselves off as medicine that are basically just underproof rot gut with some herbs. And that was the patent medicine wars. And some of this stuff had all sorts of junk in it, and there was no regulation. Well, the first thing that comes down the pike is that the government says, you want to sell whiskey? You're going to actually age it. And the reason that we're going to know it's been aged for a certain period of time is because it's going to sit in a warehouse for a while.
Hi, Doug. Doug says ranking on the FB. That's so 2021.
I know, what the hell. I need to get over myself. So bottle and bond doesn't make a lot of sense to us contemporarily.
Hi, Casey.
Because all of these brands do this reputably, but in 1896,
oh geez, Kelly says
you had to actually require it.
Kelly says meant to give hearts, but for some reason it's doing angry faces. Oops. Thank you for telling us, so we don't have to be like, what? Who's angry? Anyway, whatever.
Kelly, we understand that you were angry at the injustice of the world, and that's what you're saying.
Jan, we did feature Laura a few years ago, actually.
For us here and for you there.
Here we are again,
it's all
with
love.
a new CD.
It's all love. Oh yes, absolutely. We have actually featured Laura before, and I believe that this is the catalog inside is noting 4 CDs. There's an LP too, but I don't know if LPs are still available by the usual sources. Let us know, Laura, because there is an LP, which is a collection of, and it's very cool. We have that too. But these things all sound stellar. It's just very, very cozy sounding. I know there's all sorts of people who will tell you about like this sounds better, that sounds better. We're playing a compact disc. It really sounds great.
I was gonna say it sounds good to me.
It sounds really good. These days, everyone streams, blah blah blah. People are talking about, I'm buying a lot of vinyls. It's like, yeah, I'm playing a CD.
Vinyls.
It sounds just marvelous. Now, we have a very, accommodating sound system, very decent sound system in here. I recommend that for you, too. Whatever you're playing back on, you can always upgrade to something that sounds a little nicer. And that will actually take care of you so nice. If you have a good hi-fi and a good video fireplace.
Oh, hi, Opera.
Christmas is happening, man. It's good stuff.
Over there on Facebook. Oh my gosh. I dug Facebook.
On YouTube.
On YouTube. Hello. Oh my gosh.
Oh, got a new Black Friday TV?
Oh my gosh. Good for you.
Yep.
I always get a little nervous when someone tells me they're watching me on a huge TV. I'm like, are you good? Oh, jeez. People are like, I'm watching you in 6K. Oh no.
Oh boy. better go in for the background removal. So Errol, like in terms of alcohol flavor, in terms of whatnot, yeah, vodka itself in this country is not supposed to have any flavor. Now there's a few brands that actually made a point of having flavor, and it's immediate when you try them that something else is going on. And then if you try the flavored vodkas from Eastern Europe, there's definitely something going on. And you think, okay, yeah, there's more to this than we thought. And this country is just supposed to be just like an octane boost. It's a big nothing. It's kind of too bad. You know, it is one of the classic liquors from yours. One of the classic firewaters.
It's all Jan says. I asked my 7-year-old nephew if he knew what a record player was. It was an interesting conversation.
Increasingly, your 7-year-old would. That's the thing.
It's like some viral video from, I don't know, a long time ago, that some father asked his 2 sons who were in the neighborhood of 10 years old if they knew what a cassette was, hand them the cassette, and they're just looking at it like, what do you do with it?
What's this all about? You know, tape? What is this? You know, we were all familiar with it back in the day. It was the way to do things. Sometimes it was actually a pretty good way to do things. Sometimes it was terrible, but it was a way to listen.
Doug says,
that's it.
Food safety parallels the need to bottle and bond. The whole good housekeeping seal of approval thing was there because you didn't always know what was in the can. Yeah.
That was too true. Look.
Oh, good. Lisa and Errol purchased some music last time.
Excellent.
All right.
Excellent.
Awesome.
There you go.
And hello, Chaz.
Laura is singing the songbook. And I tell you, they're not all the usual suspects. There's some pretty unusual songs on here that I was looking at and saying, oh, I know that song. That song's from a show. And it's actually a very wistful song. So, you know, it makes me tear up a little.
Oh. You're tearing up a lot tonight.
Oh, well, maybe it's the season. What can I tell you? All these songs which express great sentiment. That's what it's supposed to be all about. You know, if you can express that in the music, that's what it was happening.
Right.
What was I saying earlier about that quote? Music is the best. That's the end of that quote.
Frank Zappa.
Frank Zappa. There's a whole line about this is not this, this is not this. His whole point is, at the end of the day, music is the best.
I have a funny, though.
Anything else that happens, who cares?
Eric says he laughed when a younger person wondered how the heck you texted with a dial phone. No.
You know, every number dialed on a dial phone does correspond to a letter, so you just need to, like, do that, do that, do that, do that,
oh,
do
yeah,
that,
the
do that, do that. There you go.
I recently worked an event. I was playing a character in kind of an interactive Halloween event. Mm-hmm. And they had hired different kinds of paranormal people to work at this event.
Interesting.
And one of them they hired was a very, very young gal who got her poetry from the spirits. So if you, like, told her you wanted a poem from someone who's moved on, she would, like, kind of channel them and type it out. And she had this really, really, really old-fashioned typewriter.
Hello.
It was a good
big old Underwood, you know?
It was a good gimmick that she had.
You're just imagining something from the front page with a guy with 2 fingers.
It was like that.
Quick,
yeah,
quick.
it was like
Get this out there.
30s
you know?
film.
Boom, boom.
But she was very popular.
Standard things for
People
the
loved
typesetters.
her.
That's a great gimmick, you know? Typewriters are not
Hi, Gettysburg, ma'am.
Yep. Hello.
Good to see you.
Oh, traffic. Terrible.
Oh, okay,
Chop
good.
chop's
All right,
available.
thank you for sharing that, Laura.
Thank you.
Good.
Thank you.
All right.
All of you, for LP fans only, you can get Laura's LP. It
From
sounds
spirits, like from
gorgeous.
vodka.
Gorgeous.
She might have been underage. I don't know.
Takes a shot, makes some poems. Takes a shot, does some poetry.
Exactly,
Takes a shot,
yeah.
does some poetry.
She was very popular, though.
It's a
People
drinking
did
game.
like her.
It's a drinking game. But for LP fans only, Laura just dropped the link that you can go and grab.
Yep.
And you can find that. We do have a copy. It sounds gorgeous. Sounds gorgeous, of course. It's amazing. It's great to be able to drop the needle in the wax and just take a listen. It sounds good. We play everything around these parts. I was playing some 8-tracks the other day. We played some open reel tapes recently. The tape formats usually sound pretty damn good. And the LPs and CDs are great. I do a lot of streaming, you know. High quality always sounds good. You know? Anything you got, it sounds great.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm glad you're here, Gettysburg, ma'am. Yay. Wait.
Oh, there you go.
Eric, okay.
Talking about the phone freaks.
Yeah, Eric is saying there's this guy, a former phone freak, who has all these recordings of sounds of what old phone networks sounded like.
Yep.
In the 60s, 70s, and early 80s.
This is classic because the phone network is the original internet. I mean, before that you have the telegraph network, but that doesn't quite work the same way the phone network does. The phone network, you can suddenly send data, at least by the 1920s, and then you've got this huge interconnected thing that's one big company. And all this information goes back and forth. Then you get things like the telex.
Gabriel says, I used to have Three Dog Night on 8-track. Do you have Three Dog Night on 8-track now?
Yeah, we've actually got a copy.
I knew we would. I know we would.
I'm trying to think of the album.
She has to channel a spirit to change the ribbon. Maybe.
Oh, yeah, probably.
I don't know.
Yeah, Three Dog Night is a classic 8-track era band. Their entire output would have been on 8-track.
Good, Abra showed up on Facebook too. Hello.
So good.
Oh, Gettysburg Map says we just bought our balsam fir Christmas tree. Oh, nice.
Fantastic. Relaxing.
I love it.
It's a great idea. Things need to breathe a little, and then like get used to the whole thing, and then you put it in.
Well, I'm glad to hear that people are still decorating. I felt like I was so behind.
It's fantastic.
And and some people, like back in the day, people didn't do their tree until Christmas Eve. Some people still don't.
That was the thing. Hey, Andy, you're talking about I'm too lazy. I think maybe you're just kind of taking care of a lot of other business right now.
Interesting.
That could be the thing.
It's all Jan says. There's a subset of millennials that are very into vintage typewriters, cameras, and record players. I believe that.
Yeah, if you go to Urban Outfitters, they got all those things.
We did recently.
Victrola phonographs. They've got still camera, 35mm cameras, instant cameras.
Telex.
It's a big thing.
God.
Who said something about Telex?
Lisa worked for Telex in Tulsa back in the day. Oh, no way. God. I worked at, I'm going to date myself, but I worked at a company that had a Telex.
Had a Telex machine.
Yeah.
Now, for all of you who are uninitiated or like, well, what does that mean anyway? Okay. Here's the deal.
Google it.
Google it. You'll figure it out. Here's a very simple explanation of what the hell we're talking about. The Telex machine is a typewriter connected to the internet, connected to a typewriter.
Oh.
You send a message down the pipe, it goes to another typewriter, it types out the message. And you can actually send the message back, and you can read it and say, yeah, that's the message I sent. So that's the only way back in the day to confirm what the hell you sent. That was the thing. This is the song that makes me tear up a little. This is so wistful.
Oh,
From the show All American.
Yes.
I was saying to myself, I know
this
this song.
Research.
I take a look at the Strauss and Adams, I'm like, that's like, what's that show, All American? Ray Bolger, back in the 60s. I think that's a show that did very well at the time, but didn't really have much in the way of legs. So you probably don't know it.
Oh, Gettysburg, ma'am, thank you. I'm so excited to go live on New Year's Eve. I always am, but...
Oh, yeah.
It makes me really look forward to it. So.
Well, I'm glad that we have some anticipation on that because it's coming. And
I got to get my glamour jammies.
And we could go live to the blank wall. And what's the fun in that? If you'll be here, we'll make that ball drop as many times as it takes.
Oh, Kelly says house decorated and cocktails flowing. Life is good.
What
more could you possibly want?
We wish we could see you in person. I know that some miles separate us, and that is just a fate. How it is.
Oh, Jamie says, got 3 dogs. American Pastime Naturally. My 8-track collection somewhere. I love it.
It might be a copy of Naturally that we have. I was noting that it was an album that had a
the company was Memorex. Okay.
Memorex.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Okay, got it.
Okay.
Memorex Telex.
Hold on. Okay. Okay. So Casey says the Telex machine is kept so clean and it types to a waiting world.
Waiting world, yes.
That?
Oh, that's a lyric. Well, the telecopier and bullet. That's actually a telephotograph machine. It's basically a 60s fax machine. Is what they use to get the picture.
Oh,
on that.
That's
very old technology.
You know what? Do it on your own time. I keep telling myself it's meant to be enjoyable. So when you're feeling it, when the spirit moves you, you will decorate.
True. There's no imperative.
Yeah, exactly. You put Santa hats on the pumpkins.
We had to ramp up fast for other reasons, so we did it. And honestly, with the number of trees that we put up here, we kind of had to do it.
Oh, Julianne, yes. So we do go live on New Year's Eve. We start at about 11:30 Eastern
time.
And we drop the ball. We have a vintage disco ball that we drop. And then we just stay live for as long as we're standing or sitting.
And now we're out. We drop the ball again.
We'll drop the ball again. So we dropped, I think the most we've ever dropped the ball is in four different time zones. So we'll drop the ball on Eastern time. Drop it on Central Time.
Mountain
Time.
Pacific Time.
If we're still awake for Pacific Time, we'll do it Pacific Time. But
and all of this is predicated on the fact that we know that Australia is already in tomorrow.
Hi, Daniel. Good
so
to
our
see
fans
you.
from down under are like, "Oh, been there, done that," and they're right.
Oh.
So I can't wish them into a new year at that point because I'm not awake then.
We're missing comments.
Oh, super.
Boolean algebra was brought back from obscurity to design the phone network switches.
Oh man.
I know what all those words mean separately.
Boolean equations. The phone network at the time was a complex system of electromechanical switches. If you're saying to yourself, I don't know what that means, it just means it's a bunch of switches. But they were electrical rather than electronic. So basically it was this massive sort of mechanical computer is what it was.
Satellite says I was craving some hot buttered rum tonight, but maybe save that for the weekend.
Oh, well, you know, these days you can do whatever you feel like at the particular point in time. But if you want to save it for the weekend, you know what to do.
Laura says, Pat says, Boomtown Rats, I don't like Mondays.
That's it.
That's a good song.
That's it. Oh, yeah, it's a classic.
I wasn't even listening.
There's a good story behind that.
I'm so busy reading the comments. I'm missing things.
Casey's comment about that. And I was saying, of course he's quoting Boomtown. Thank you, Pat. That's very, very good. I can't think of these things on the spot, so I'm glad I have my lifeline to get these things going. I'm still enjoying what is, of course, a...
Mine's completely gone.
Yours is like almost down there. Sorry. Brandy Old Fashioned. This is the Brandy Old Fashioned variation. Very simple. We used some unique bitters and we used some spiced pear liqueur. This is simple, direct, and very good.
I'm going to drop the link again.
Yep.
For the CD.
Mm-hmm.
But it's Bandcamp, so you can pick up other things on there too.
There's a lot you can do with a little Laura Ainsworth here.
You need to freshen up. Exactly, Gabriel.
Sorry,
I totally agree with you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
100%. I have a desserty type drink in mind for my next round, which I hope will be good, but if it's not, I will dump it out and have something else.
Our generation steampunk is a funny way.
All right, I dropped the link again for the CD. We're listening to Laura Ainsworth's new CD.
Hello.
Asked for
I'm going to sock it to you again on that.
Which is got, besides fabulous music, fabulous photography, fabulous graphics,
fabulous arrangements
makes the good
from the
gift.
band. It makes a great gift. So these things are available to you.
Hi,
right now.
Joe. Good to see you.
Hi, Joe. Just saw Joe recently. It was very good to see him in the house.
Oh, Lisa says, I bought Trader Vic's hot buttered rum and Tom and Jerry batter. We haven't used it yet. Okay. Oh,
what's a fun idea?
I got to bring in the... Oh my gosh, Jamie says, I think Kat and I made it to the third drop one year. My liver arrived by bus a week later. That's kind of,
Well, you know,
I don't plan. Okay, I always want to watch the Rose Parade, but I'm never sure I'm going to wake up in time for the Rose Parade, if you know what I mean.
We are here to bring it to you live on this end.
Hot in here.
It is hot in here. And what do I have to say? But like the liver needs to withstand. So that's why we keep it kind of light on New Year's. It's a lot of bubbles, and the occasional
bubbles still have
insertion of a little hard stuff. But it's not like I'm going to be drinking these all night. I would just be out very, very fast.
No.
And that's the point. You also have a water available, which, in fact, I do. So, there we go.
Gettysburg Ma'am says, as we were putting the blow molds on the lawn, I realized I had 3 Santas. So one is on the front lawn, one is on the side lawn, and the other is in the window. I hope I don't confuse any more kids. Did enough of that on Halloween because you were Santa.
Bingo.
Hilarious.
Well, it's a hilarious thing.
All right, I gotta go get the eggnog. Pardon me.
You do that. Let's entertain the troops. Thank you for Vapor. Oh, yeah, seriously. I don't do a lot of Bandcamp, but I've seen that because Rumbar Records does Bandcamp. So anytime they're getting material to us for a broadcast where we feature some Rumbar, we get it through there, and there's just a huge amount of stuff.
You didn't get a ladle, did you?
I did not.
I gotta go get a ladle.
Oh, ladle, I made you out of steel. So,
I'll be back.
There we go.
Gotta get a ladle.
Tiny bubbles, absolutely. You know, a little Don for you. Makes you think of being at Don Ho's in Honolulu back in the day. And he'd be serving you drinks and something that looked like this, saying, "Hey, suck 'em up, folks." Well, that was probably Mai Tais. Not a bad place to be. I could go for one right now. But we have other places to be. Other places to get to.
Okay. I left the door open.
But definitely. Oh, it's good. It's a good idea.
It's hot in here.
Hey, Dave.
Hi, Dave.
So great to see you. Fantastic. Well, look, I just, first of all, again, for the 15th time, I love the title. You asked for it, you know? Bang! You asked for it, you got it. By request. I think a by request is fantastic. I would love to hear you sing this song. And enough people do that, suddenly you've got a whole album worth. Get your arranger in tow. Suddenly you're putting the songs together, you're putting the package together, getting the order together and all that. You're recording in the studio. We've been in the studio, well...
Oh, thank you, Laura.
Not recently enough, but
Laura,
I tell
just
you...
dropped Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. Yay.
It is always awesome to be in the studio. When we were in the studio doing video over the summer, making the movie, that was awesome. So I gotta say, you know...
Oh, Dime,
fantastic.
I know, I love this bowl. And I always pick up the cups when I see them. Because, exactly.
Well, they break. So if you need spares, there you go. But
yes, it is an eggnog bowl.
I think, is this Hazel Atlas?
Yes.
If I'm not right, mistaken. There's the eggnog bowl.
Can we see it?
We can do this. We can do this.
All right.
There's the eggnog bowl.
It looks like eggnog.
Eggnog. And there's the Tom and Jerry bowl. They look pretty
we have the
identical.
Tom and Jerry bowl too.
Okay. I'm waiting because there's a delay here, and I have to keep holding this.
There's not a delay on Facebook. There we go.
Okay, got it. Good.
Right.
Looks good. That's good. So there's that in the Tom and Jerry bowl.
Eggnog.
Yeah, a Tom and Jerry is really an individually made drink, so a bowl is not exactly indicated, but it's fun to have it. You know.
Chess says Don Hogan signed his autograph 3.2 times faster than Ephraim Zimbalist Jr. George Carlin. That's good.
No, that's hilarious.
That is good.
The Hazel Atlas. I was like, okay. Is that? Boom.
So I am calling this one. I hope it's good.
Well, I hope it's
That's
good.
not what I'm calling it, but I hope it's good.
I'm not calling it that.
I'm calling it the Decadent Elf.
Hmm.
And I'm going to start with 1.5 ounces of bourbon. Bourbon.
That's a pretty reputable place to start.
Buy the big bottles because
they go fast.
They go fast. But
I'm just saying. Particularly if you have a few friends over. Look. I mean, your friends...
Few of our friends.
Your friends get full-size drinks. People appreciate that sort of thing. It's not like you're getting oh, here's a tiny bit of alcohol. A drink at its base is 1.5 or 2 ounces. That's going to go fast if it's a 750. Just saying. Word of the wise. Oh, yes. Yeah. Sticky bottles. That's going to happen.
Liqueurs, man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You don't get that with vodka. You don't get that with whiskey or brandy. But with the liqueurs, it's all sugary stuff.
1.5 ounces of bourbon, a half ounce Frangelico.
Frangelico. Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to add a half ounce
prepared eggnog.
Well,
we prepared eggnog earlier. Actually, I did. And we have a formula for that, which I will tell you about after this chapter.
Yes.
Hello.
And our Patreon patrons will get all of these recipes later.
Because not only is it the time of
I found it in a store. Yep. I found it in a store, and I said to my family, that would be a good gift for me.
Hint.
And I got it for my birthday.
There you go. Hint. Pretty big hint.
All right, I'm going to stir it up.
There you go.
I'm going to add a half ounce.
Sound about right?
That's right.
That's about right. There you go. Spoonfuls seem to be about half an ounce.
Anything creamy, you have to shake.
You need to shake
vigorously.
The hell out of it.
Ice.
In the immortal words of Trader Vic, shake the hell out of it. Vic was right. Hey, I heard that Trader Vic's London.
Eggnog. I know they should call it eggnog, right?
Eggnog. Eggnog.
Oh, thank you, Satellite.
That's up to eggnog.
Oh my God.
Bingo. Hilarious.
That says his fastest autograph he ever got was from Belinda Carlisle. It was a B and a straight line. I love it.
You know, when I got Frank Zappa's, it was at least Frank. You know, he was abbreviating.
I feel like Somewhere Over the Rainbow can make me cry.
It really, really, really could. I'm telling you. But another wistful one. Take it. Take it like your life depended on it. Make it happen. Ah.
All right.
There we go.
That's enough shit.
I'll let that rest for a second, and there we go. You look very happy shaking. Gotta love that.
I told Santa I wanted patience for Christmas. Aw.
Well, I hope you get it, because we all need a little more. I do. Oh, jeez. I just don't have patience for it anymore. That's just kind of
And
the life
then-
of it these days.
I'm going to sprinkle, well, I'm going to grate some eggnog, some nutmeg, eggnog.
All goes together. So
On
the
this
eggnog we did make, I can tell you all about that momentarily.
All right, would you? Thank
It
you.
is
All right.
not hard to make eggnog. It involves fresh eggs. If you have a problem with fresh eggs, there are substitutes like pasteurized eggs. And you can always cook the eggnog. That's an option. And if you decide I gotta go vegan, buy a carton that says vegan eggnog. Boom, done. I'm not sure you're making that yourself.
We have a carton of silk nog in the fridge. I might bust that out later to lighten it up a little.
It's good. It's low cholesterol. Blah blah blah.
I have a doctor's
all
appointment in
good.
the morning.
Maybe I'll go for the silk dog. She says.
Well, it's a little late now, but
Eggnog is not some light sort of thing.
it's not like I'm gonna stop
eggs
drinking
and
right now.
cream.
But,
It's heavy. It's designed to be something that will give you a little fortitude when it's blasting cold outside. That's
Oh
the
my
idea.
God!
But it's not a health drink, even though it looks like a smoothie.
This is a dessert drink.
It's a dessert drink.
It's not
clearly.
a before dinner drink at
Clearly.
all, but it's delicious.
Oh, nom nom nom. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, this is so good.
Every
Decadent elf.
single viewer here would love this. This is really
You
something
could
else.
use supermarket, store bought. You could use silk nog, whatever.
Okay, there we go.
Make this one. All right, we need to start the CD over again.
That's what I just
Oh,
thought
okay.
myself.
Do it.
Shall we?
I have some almond nog in the fridge. You know, like I like all my nogs. I saw oat nog in the
Oat
store
nog.
the other day. Yes.
It's a fun idea because so many people
Hi,
are going to
John.
these
Good to
days.
see you. Happy holidays to you.
Happy holidays.
Down there in New
John!
Orleans.
Awesome.
Nice.
Hey, speaking of a town that knows all its wear on an eggnog,
Exactly.
although watch out, I think it's made with the 151 proof. Ah, sacre bleu.
Oh. Mmm.
Baby, that's the stuff.
Lisa makes almond milk.
Wow.
Lisa, you are a very talented woman.
In the immortal words of Bill Daly, whoa,
Mm.
that's something else. That's pretty cool. Okay.
I'm trying to convince people of the concept of instant meditation.
Well, it's like transcendental meditation, but quicker.
There you go. All right.
And boom.
Mm.
Well, let's actually.
This is so
do
good.
with-
And it could disappear fairly quickly, which is
Kinda could,
dangerous.
kinda
But
could. For my next round, I'll tell you all about the eggnog. Be right back because I forgot my appropriate container.
oh, Satellite says we've been buying coconut nog. I did not see that one in our store. I saw, well, they always have the almond and oat, which I just thought was interesting because everything seems to be kind of oat these days. But yeah, coconut, I would try that. I would try all of them. We've made coquito in the past. I feel like we should make that again. One year we made that and we took it to people's houses for
Coquito
the
is
holidays. It was a good gift.
Coquito is good.
Yeah. Oh, David, thank you. I'm elated to have it.
Oh, this is
Thank
fantastic.
you. We're very elated to have this.
We're playing it again because the broadcast is longer than the album, so we have to keep recycling it. Because, like, Laura's fans demanded an album. They didn't say, you need to make an album that's 4 hours long. No, that would be that's kind of a heavy ask.
That's a lot of work.
I'm just saying, 12 songs.
lot of work.
12 songs is a fantastic album. It's great, but you can just play it over and over again. Hello, there you go. I make fun because it's a little fun sort of thing. But I'm not making fun of the music.
Oh.
This is fantastic.
Gettysburg Man, that's interesting. I have bought cashew milk in the past and really like it, and I haven't looked for it lately. Now that you said that, I'm going to look for it.
Yep. The thing about coquito is it's all made with canned milks. So you can make it in hot climates where milk is going to spoil.
Sean says it's very popular there for the holidays. Yeah.
If you were like
really good.
in tropical
I'm gonna do
Florida,
it.
you'd be pretty happy with
I'm gonna do it
coquito. It's really easy to whip up and you can just go boom done and you don't have to worry about any issues with all that kind of stuff. Isn't that great?
Aw.
Fantastic. So I'm going to start with an eggnog mug because, hello, let's do that. What I made was a variation on a Baltimore eggnog. At the end of the day, it looks an awful lot like a lot of other eggnogs. Usually these start with about a dozen eggs, and it's making a massive amount of eggnog. Do you have 2 people like we do? You're never going to finish that. You've got to cut that recipe down.
Oh, I'm looking at that bowl, and it looks very full. And I'm thinking,
it's looking pretty full.
Please don't let us finish that.
It looks like pretty full. Because I've also seen recipes that call for 6 eggs, and you make that, and that for us is a party. Like we have 20 people over. That's a party, and we have plenty left over. So I cut that further in half, and it was 3 eggs. This recipe for an eggnog is as follows. This is what we call the boozless Baltimore eggnog. 3 eggs, a quart of half and half, a half cup of powdered sugar, a quarter teaspoon of nutmeg, a quarter teaspoon of cinnamon, about 5 whole cloves. Here's how to do eggnog.
I hope I don't drink half a quart of half and half tonight.
Your doctor would have questions for you.
That would be bad.
Later. So here you go. Take your 3 eggs. You need to separate them. Get an egg separator. Or if you're really like fancy with like crack the egg and then pour it and pour it and pour it.
No, you know what they do at the Culinary Institute of America?
What do they do?
Where I have taken some classes.
You have?
They do it through their fingers.
Oh, like and hold the egg and then boom.
Yep.
Well, that's fast. I'm not going to say that you should master that in 5 seconds. You can always buy an egg separator for about $1 at the dollar store.
Separator.
It is, but not by much. You could buy the tool that does it. I used an egg separator before, not a big deal. Separate the eggs, yolks, whites. Each one of these gets a quarter ounce, a quarter cup of powdered sugar. Powdered is easier to incorporate, so please do that for yourself. Take the egg whites with your powdered sugar, put that in your food, what am I thinking of? Your
mixer?
Your mixer, your food mixer. We happen to have a Kitchen-en over there. Set it on like the low setting and just let it rip.
It could be a hand mixer.
You can do a hand blender, that kind of thing. Sure. Take your egg yolks with your sugar and just take a whisk and just whisk in the sugar. Okay. Now take your eggnog bowl, which obviously you own or you will.
You own a bowl. I'm pretty sure you own a bowl.
You own a bowl. Take your bowl. Pour in your egg yolk mixture. Pour in your half and half. It's 1/4 half and half. Ready? Hold on.
Yes.
Get that. Stir, stir, stir. Put in your spices. Stir, stir, stir. Take your whipped up egg whites. You want to get the whites so they're stiff, and that they beat until stiff.
Beat until stiff.
With the sugar, and then you pour that over the top of the mixture and fold. Folding, of course, is incorporating without destroying all the foam. The idea is to make it a little foamy. There you go. That's it. That's eggnog.
Gettysburg Ma'am says,
easy.
May I make a VIP lounge request? Of course, always.
You're here, aren't you?
VIPers, post your favorite holiday cookie recipe in the VIP lounge.
Hello.
I want to try some new recipes this weekend. Okay. Thanks in advance. All right.
I know some people out there have some great
bowls. We have a few. Yes, exactly. If you don't have an eggnog bowl, you got
bowls.
A bowl.
We got a few bowls.
All right.
I know some people out there have some fantastic things to do with allspice and etc. and coriander. I know some people are like, oh, I have those schnecken that we used to make. My grandmother used to make these things.
Schnecken?
That kind of thing. I know some people are like, oh, like the my Swedish relatives would make these ginger snap things that were really great. Hey, it's all great holiday stuff. It's time. Hey, do you have relatives from the Caribbean?
Oh, good night, Jamie. Thank you so much
cake?
for joining us.
Let's talk. Well, you got to start early, though, on that.
Okay, so,
Yep.
Gettysburg Ma'am. Do you consider rum balls a cookie, or are they their own
category? What is this saying?
Because I remember talking to my mother-in-law one time and saying, like, I want to make cookies. And she's like, well, you could make rum balls. And I had never made rum balls before, but that was her suggestion for Kelly, who didn't feel like actually baking. So
maybe you didn't have all the facilities at the time.
I was at my mother-in-law's house,
and it was easy and good to go.
Yeah, and she suggested that, and then I said, "Well, how do you make rum balls?" And she gave me a boatload of recipes. So I did, and
basically a bunch of Nilla wafers crushed
so
out.
now when I think of Christmas cookies, I'm like, I don't know. I'll make rum balls, but any sweets. Okay. I have one that I got from my mother-in-law. In fact, you know what? I will grab it right now. And then I will also post it in the VIP lounge, but I'll read it to you.
So you followed the instructions and made the eggnog. What do? Well, you could drink it straight up. You could say no booze, or maybe you've had enough booze. But if you're starting out the evening, I would say start out with the base liquor. I like to add about an ounce or so, because that's a good place to start. A Baltimore eggnog apparently is very popular with brandy, but never whiskey. Well, there's plenty of eggnog that takes whiskey and plenty that take rum.
It's with those Baltimore
But I'm going to go with the brandy because I'm going to be true to Baltimore, baby. And maybe we have a few correspondents from that direction these days, and Baltimore is not that well represented, and I think it should be more. We'll talk to the locals.
Do you mind?
There we go.
Thank you. I'm going to give myself a little more nutmeg.
A little more nutmeg is a really good idea. So I just put about an ounce of the liquor in my eggnog cup.
Sean says I'm going to try pecan sandies this season. If they turn out really good, I'll share. Thank you.
Okay. Scooping.
My grandmother always had pecan sandies.
Oh, I remember those very well back in the day. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I have this book called Cooking for Christmas. I don't have the cover, but I don't have the dust jacket, but has this kind of mid-century cover. But I collect my vintage recipes in here. We have Kahlua cocoa balls, which I can't read without my glasses.
I can read that.
You could read it, but I'm sure. Oh, I found it. My mother-in-law's boozy bourbon balls.
Boozy bourbon balls. I love that. They're really good.
They are boozy too. Okay.
I apparently have had them for years.
Boozy bourbon balls in her handwriting. 1 6-ounce package, semi-sweet chocolate chips. Or butterscotch chips. She says that.
Mm-hmm. Just
Half cup sugar. 3 tablespoons corn syrup. You could also use simple syrup because we've done that.
We've done that, yeah.
Half cup bourbon or brandy.
Take your pick.
2.5 cups vanilla wafers crushed. 1 cup finely chopped nuts. Melt chips in double boiler. I like the way she scratched down something.
Can't tell what that is.
All right. Anyway, you could do that in the microwave.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Remove from the fire and stir in sugar and corn syrup. Blend in bourbon. Combine crushed wafers. She abbreviates a lot here. Combine crushed wafers and what the hell is it? Walnuts.
Walnuts in bowl, yes.
She said nuts before, but okay, walnuts in bowl.
Got it. Couldn't read that myself.
Add to chocolate mixture. Add to chocolate mixture. It's abbreviated. Form into 1-inch balls and roll in conf sugar. That's confectioner sugar.
Confectioners.
Or crushed nuts. Mm-hmm. So we've made these for many a party or gathering, and people inevitably say the same thing. Oh my God, these are so strong.
You're going to get drunk on the bourbon balls? I don't think so.
Ooh, Jean says, also for Thanksgiving, I substituted orange for lemon or lime icebox pie. Tasted like a dreamsicle. That sounds amazing.
Dreamsicle pie? Hello. That sounds like you can open a restaurant in New Orleans on that. Woo!
When Errol has to cook, he goes somewhere that does that. Love it. Oh, it's all chances we're doing gingerbread this Saturday. That's such a good idea. I just found out today he's not going to be here this Saturday. Maybe I'll make gingerbread.
Maybe make some gingerbread.
Eat it alone.
I'll be there Sunday.
Oh, Eric says I might be making lemon bars.
Oh, and Krushki.
Krushki. Oh my gosh. You can actually buy that at our supermarket.
We actually do have that kind of stuff. Those sort of like deep fried things. It's kind of like pizza. Yeah. Definitely.
I need to drop the link again.
Definitely.
The CD we're listening to. This is unplugged. I'm just saying.
I know it.
I don't want our broadcast to die.
Laura Ainsworth, you asked for it.
Yes, I'm going to drop the link again to the fabulous.
You asked for it.
CD.
By the way, I want to note at least once tonight that if any artist decides to cover a Goldfinger, that's a death-defying feat because
And you brought it.
Because you've got a singer who delivered what is considered the definitive delivery on that. But if you can actually give a reading that is amazing, then there you go. And you did. So done.
And you did.
So done. Hello.
Gettysburg Ma'am says the one cookie we are set on are the thumbprint jam cookies.
Oh yeah.
So I could tell you holiday cookie stories involving my mother-in-law that I won't tell because there are survivors who might actually watch. But I'm just saying.
Actually, they don't.
Holiday cookies could be a fraught thing.
We've had friends who make holiday cookies.
This is so good.
Holiday cookies according to Martha Stewart's recipes and basically broke up as friends. I think, oh man, that's just kind of heavy. Cookies could be elaborate, but don't actually break your friendships, people. Whew, crazy.
Oh, Time says I made some rum balls that were strong like that for one of Mel and Roger's Christmas parties back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't it funny? You think like this doesn't have that much in it, and people who don't drink are like, oh my god.
Well, it's like the it's like Bill Daly on the Bob Newhart show where he just has like no capacity whatsoever. Woo! Well, that's heavy.
Carol says Thanksgiving should be exhausting. It should be hard to breathe later that day. Or hard to stay awake. Either one. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy it's the holiday season, even though we have so much to do.
Got plenty?
Oh god. I don't mean like shopping or anything. I just mean like we got a film to finish. But anyway.
We have projects. Those of you
I'm enjoying
who are
this.
watching who do projects, well, our featured guest today has projects.
Yes,
and I will tell
exactly.
you don't walk into a recording studio and knock out 12 songs in like, about 30 minutes. It's like, this is a...
If you do, I'm jealous.
I get, damn, like, you were prepared. No, I think this was several sessions worth. This is work, people.
It is work.
It sounds so effortless when you hear it on the hi-fi. But we understand what goes into such things.
Gettysburg Ma'am showed up on YouTube.
Hey!
Hello.
Fantastic. Hello. So we understand that like very specifically, and I really appreciate that. I'm hearing the arrangements and the instrumentation. It's beautiful. It's good stuff.
Oh, Gettysburg Ma'am,
This
yes.
is life.
Says I'm it's gonna go by so fast. I'm trying to savor each December day. I know. I'm with you. I'm with you, but
Hey, you know what else went fast? My eggnog.
well, good thing you have an entire bowl behind you.
Pour another one, sucker. The great thing about
Oh my
having a
gosh.
large quantity of such fluid is A, you have more.
Oh my
B,
gosh.
it will slow it down. So that's a good thing.
Okay, so for those of you watching on YouTube, Laura says, Goldfinger was requested by the bartender at the Balcony Club in Dallas. I said, I'm nothing like Shirley Bassey, but she said, just do it like you do it. After some thought, I did it as a sultry lounge ballad warning other women away from a toxic ex. I love that.
Well, that's just
There's a great film noir video of that coming soon. That's so exciting. That's so exciting.
That is just something
I love
out of
that.
this
Yes,
world.
exactly.
It is crazy good that is the story. Because I'm thinking to myself, you don't dive into that lightly. I know that everybody's saying like, one singer does that, blah, blah, blah. It's like doing a Tom Jones song or something. Mm-hmm. You can't do that. Well, suppose you put your spin on it because that's who you are as a singer. You could kill it, which happened.
Yes.
There you go.
Yes.
Which happened.
We have a song to record.
Yes, we do.
Before the end of the year because I'm impatient.
Patience is overrated.
I'm glad to hear you say that, and you're all my witnesses. Because I want to get this done. We have people waiting. Now, what did you put in your eggnog?
Okay. Again, I went with brandy. For the base, about an ounce. You don't have to make if the cup is this size, it's not like you're putting in 2 ounces of base liquor. That's like kind of heavy. It's just a simple sort of thing. Just a little octane.
Oh, David, I can't wait to see it.
To fill it up with the eggnog. So, yeah.
Okay, so you just added an ounce of brandy.
Yep.
To the eggnog.
I'm going to throw some more of
So you can just add whatever booze you would like.
If you prefer whiskey, go to town. If you prefer rum, go to town.
I kind of
If you prefer rye, go to town.
This is tiki sacrilege, but I kind of prefer whiskey.
Yep, you do.
Eggnog.
Whiskey's a very common thing. Certainly, if you're mid-Atlantic states or whatnot, might be veering towards a whiskey.
Hi, Phil. Good to see you.
Hey, Phil. Awesome.
Yay.
Yeah, well, you get it when you can,
Laura,
Dano.
yes, the band. It's great. It's just really amazing. Thank you. Thank you for sending us the CD. It's so exciting.
Well, listen, I'm listening to it so I could comment on these arrangements and the band. We've been in the studio. Obviously, we recorded a single ourselves. I think we're going to promo that a little later because it's Christmas season. But in the meantime, we're promoting Laura's CD because she's here. And I tell you, it's unbelievable to be in the studio. It's so cool. You get a great... we have a recording engineer who is a musician himself, and he's fantastic. We go to Brooklyn, and it's just a great, great studio. We have fantastic musicians, and they lay it down. They know what to do. You say, like, well, I like it like this, and like things happen, and like, if you can get that sound, it's just marvelous. You know, you want to geek out, you start talking microphones, and you start talking guitar strings. It's really kind of funny what musicians do, but like the magic happens. If you know a great jazz club and you go there and you get yourself a red wine or you get yourself an old fashioned and you just sit and enjoy, it is sort of a spiritual experience. And I'll stand by that. That's just marvelous. It's just marvelous. Wherever you are in the country, these things still stand. That's awesome.
Oh, thank you, Laura. Gettysburg Man says, I will say it doesn't feel much like Christmas. Temps have been quite mild. 50 degrees here today.
We're not there yet.
You know, I told Paul, I think what we need to do is just, this is hard because, especially when you work for yourself, it's hard. But I'm like, we need to take a day, shut off all work, and just sit here and like binge watch movies, eat popcorn, drink eggnog, and just do that. And
make more eggnog.
Yeah, and it's
oh yeah.
We need to do it. Because like we need a little Christmas right this very minute.
Candles at the window. Carols at
high
the
70s into the 80s in New Orleans. Santa is sad. Same in upstate New York.
We're not quite there yet.
Man, I know.
You remember a few years ago when we actually stopped?
I think it's supposed to get colder though.
When we were traveling north, it maybe as few as about 4 or 5 years ago, and we stopped at a little tiki joint in Lenox, Massachusetts, on our way to New England to see the folks.
Yes.
And it was December 23rd or 4th, and it was something like 75 degrees.
Oh, I do remember that. Because I was like, I got out of the car and I'm like, I feel like I could just leave my coat in the car. I didn't have a t-shirt on. I thought, okay, no, this is unusual, but I'll take it because, heck, we do not get that in these parts. No, but still, I get it. I totally get it.
Great place, and it was great food and drink. It was so cool.
Yeah, okay, Gettysburg Man says I totally get it.
Things had fun.
A hot cocoa binge-watching Christmas party. Yes! PJ's Day. Oh, John says, I'm digging your Southern Christmas style. Oh.
Hey, listen.
Oh. I've been so focused on showbiz that it's nice to do this. I'm just saying. It's great to just be with show folk who are into Christmas.
You get it?
I'm just saying. You
know
guys get it. You all get it.
No matter where you are.
Get it.
It's around this time it's Christmas. I'm thinking about there's a song, All I Want for Christmas is a little bit of music or something like that. It's a Nolan song. I've got to remember where the hell that is, but like that's just fantastic stuff. And there's a really great couple of Christmas CDs that are New Orleans focused that are just pretty killer. I'm just saying.
Oh. I know, it's like, well, but the other thing about all of the, oh my gosh, it's on Jan says, I think that was the year we grilled Christmas dinner and with shorts on. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, seriously. I would do that, and it might be 20 below outside, but I'd do it.
Okay, Dime says, Paul, having debates over should we use the Newman, the Shure, or the AKG?
Well, we actually own an AKG. So, if you're talking about a condenser microphone, AKG. If you actually have a Neumann, like, you know...
Oh, sorry, Neumann. I said Newman.
At 47, then like, hello, Newman.
I didn't realize it was Neumann.
You know, well, if you're actually watching a certain television show, it's Newman. Hello, Newman.
Oh, Laura, that's such a good idea. Laura says when we get a little time off over Christmas, we go to see movies made in other nations. So it's like a 2-hour vacation without having to travel. I love that idea.
You know, around this time of year, you could watch a little Bollywood. Oh,
yeah.
Man,
that's
just
such a good idea.
So vibrant. Oh. That is cool. Take a vacation in Technicolor and watch Juliet of the Spirits. That's a crazy motion picture in fantastic color. Mm. No, that's the thing, you know, and I really appreciate the man who made it happen. I'm thinking of, like which microphone do you want to use? This is a real, like, recording geek kind of thing. Well, if I had a U47, I think I'd be like, let's go to town, let's do it. But we, last year, I gave you a microphone for Christmas because I thought you needed a really great instrument.
Was that last year or the year before?
I think it was last year. Good instrument for an instrument, and I was really looking for a different one, but the guy said, we don't have that, well, we got this, and I use this. And I said, well, let's go to town.
I love it.
Not been disappointed. It's a beautiful instrument. And it was not crazy expensive. You can spend some kind of money on these things.
Oh my gosh. Harold says, when I was in the Navy, I had a pool party on Thanksgiving while my parents were freezing in Oklahoma. I was in Orlando, Florida.
Sorry, folks.
Of course you did.
That's when you call home and you say... Of
course you did.
You call home and you put the parka on and you say, oh, folks, it's terrible out here. Yeah, I'm really sympathizing. And you're sweating your balumas off. Like, oh, man. And then they're like, okay, the call's done. Party, folks. You know,
jeez.
Gotta love it. Of such things.
Hi, Karen. Good to see you.
Made. Oh, thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Hey. I want something else.
Well, you got plenty of dog back there. I'm just saying.
I do. I'm feeling a little stuffed from the nog. But you know what? Eggnog.
Well, it's full of eggs and cream, so you're not too surprised if you're feeling stuff. If you're ever a fan of these like heavy drinks that are sort of dessert drinks, and you're like, oh, I had a few of those and it didn't feel so good. Yeah, well, they're not made for session drinking. It's like certain beers which are designed to be drunk when it is cold and bitter out there. And you want to maintain yourself against the Russian steppes. If that's your bag, then you need to do that. But like if you're actually like in the American Southwest in July, you want a light lager.
I have an idea. Peter, are you still here?
Mm-hmm.
Are you still here, Peter?
Got an idea? Okay. Okay, so on the subject of holiday bar snacks, we maintain at all times the salted nuts, the papitas, and the M&Ms, because a little salty and a little sweet will do the job. Oh, a little white wine.
Oh, Kelly Paul, are there any holiday bar snacks on the menu before Christmas? Yes.
I was just addressing that.
Oh, okay. Yes, I
got that.
Totally intended to do some before tonight. And then I had an audition tape that I had to record.
Yeah.
But that's done.
Life intervened.
Life intervened.
Perhaps this item would do well.
Yes.
Yep.
I don't know if Peter's still here, but Peter gave us this lovely bottle of wine, so
I'm gonna pour a little.
I'm gonna have some of it.
A little red wine.
I need a red wine spacer.
Moment of the night. Bar snacks.
I gotta cut through some of the fat of the eggnog.
Heaviness.
Yes.
There are all sorts of recipes for fantastic little things you can make for Christmas. Some of them are sort of cheese straw-esque, and some of them are little cookies. Some of them are petty fours.
This glass was given to Glendora, and it says Jingle Juice.
Well, that's
I'm
your
sure
Jingle
if
Juice
she was here,
all the
she
way.
would approve.
Yeah. Seriously.
Holiday bar snacks. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, the peach luster one is nice, Carradine. Yes, love it.
Hello. Kind of blue.
Be kind to the blue M&M this year. Oh.
Is that Colonel Sanders on the Christmas Eve album?
It is.
It is the Colonel.
And then we have another one.
Over there somewhere.
It's out of
range.
I don't know if I should try to grab it, but we do have another Colonel Sanders
that
Christmas
will be
record
hard.
over here.
There are ultimately 3 premiums that were offered through KFC for Christmas. We're looking at 1, 2, and then there's another one we don't
I know. When I
own.
found out there was a Colonel Sanders Christmas album we didn't have, like, you don't even understand how.
I guess we
put
gotta
out
find
that
it. We'll get it eventually. Look,
What?
this one came in a while ago, and I thought, okay, good. I'm totally great with this. Collection on RCA of all
And
the
he's
great
just
stuff.
laughing. Like, he's like sitting there all passed out, but he's like completely laughing.
They just had the Colonel being like totally like conked out. on
Pretend to be
Christmas.
asleep.
Hey, Grandpa,
Harlan,
you're asleep on Christmas.
pretend to be
blah,
asleep,
blah,
Harlan.
blah. A little bit too much of the whiskey there.
The
yeah.
eggnog.
Blah blah blah.
Oh,
Hysterical. It's a good collection.
Gettysburg,
though.
ma'am, thank you. I'm so excited about New Year's Eve. I'm more excited this year than I have been in previous years because we planned ahead. So yes, and I found the vintage disco ball that we dropped. I'm thinking that, yeah, I've got plans for New Year's Eve. We gotta find like a glitter cannon or something.
Something to. Well, actually, our neighbor did that. Kind of talk to him.
Oh,
I'm just saying.
Abra, thank you. Do you have a link?
Drop it here. Interested.
Miyoko's has some delicious cheese wheels. If you have a link, I would love to see it. Thank you.
Is
Yeah.
interested. Could
Oh
you,
my gosh. John, oh, Peter's still here. Yes, I love the wine. Thank you.
Excellent.
John says a pile of candied pecans and a wedge of creamy blue cheese is always divine. Yes, yes, and
It is
yes.
impossible
Yes.
to go wrong with these
Yes.
options.
Exactly.
One is just say
Exactly.
a little charcuterie around Christmas time will never hurt.
What is it you would like?
I would like the whiskey place. Full of bourbon.
Bourbon?
Bourbon.
Right here.
Speaking of Bourbon Street, I'll take a little bourbon. I'm switching to a different base liquor for my eggnog because
Never mix, never worry.
I've had a couple of brandies and it's been good. But I'll try
To
something
quote,
else.
Who's afraid of Virginia Woolf? Never mix, never worry. But he's mixing, so worry.
Mixing, worry, yeah. Well, if I'm mixing 80 proof with 80 proof, big deal.
I'm just making fun.
She is, it's true. Right, so anyway, a little bit of eggnog. If you mix up a punch bowl of eggnog, you can just
Time
mix
says
it all evening.
Colonel Sanders had one too many men jewels. We went to his gravesite
Yes.
in Louisville. We did.
Louisville, Kentucky. You can go there, and if you enter...
Wait, Eric. Okay, wait. Eric says my favorite track is on it is "Soil at Night" by Hell Interface. What are we talking about?
I'm not entirely sure.
I lost track of the conversation.
Yeah, I can't actually comment.
Which album are we talking about? Food Wishes has a nice cream cheese based cheese ball, but you decorate with almonds so it looks like a pine cone. Oh, that's so mid-century.
Very vintage.
Oh, it's all Jan. Oh, thank you. Yes, as we were supposed to go to Philly for New Year's Eve. Hopefully I can find a good Wi-Fi signal so I can join in.
Oh, I seriously.
We would love it.
Tell ya.
We would love it. We
Well,
love
I
seeing
tell
all
ya.
of you. It just makes our week.
Bingo.
It just makes our week. Okay, so you're
All
just
right.
doing the same thing but with whiskey.
With whiskey. Actually, bourbon, and it's working
Bourbon's
just
whiskey.
fine. Yeah. Bourbon is whiskey, but not all whiskey is bourbon. Of course.
And you grated some new nutmeg on top.
Oh, yeah.
It
Fresh
smells so
nutmeg,
good.
always. It's like pepper. Fresh grated
smells
pepper
like
is a
Christmas.
completely different beast. Absolutely.
Oh man, I just want to sniff it. Can I just
Mhm.
sniff your drink?
You know, the last time we were in Philly, we had a
Nothing pervy
great
about that.
time. It's a cool little town.
Hi, Johnny.
The major thing I can say is
Good to see you.
don't try to park there. Just like right in on public and go to where you're going.
We found a parking garage. But
in
hindsight,
really cool places.
In hindsight, I would park outside the city and take the train.
Yeah.
Johnny, you're right on time. Oh, Wine and Missing Toe. Oh, by various electronic artists. Got it. I saw a reference to that above, and I just,
There are some classic Christmas collections that are not exactly so traditional. And then there are some classic Christmas collections that are very traditional, which we have over there. If you want to talk Firestone, if you want to talk Goodyear, if you want to talk W.T. Grant's, etc., there are all these things out there that are a lot of fun to have.
So for those of you just joining us, for enjoying the music of Laura Ainsworth from her new CD, you asked for it. So good. I'm going to drop the link again. Makes a good gift. Are we plugged in?
We are.
Okay.
I plugged us in. So Laura's site is coming at you. Check it out. Here is the CD.
This is the Bandcamp where you can buy the CD.
And you can link to all of the other CDs.
Exactly.
There's some great music to be had. I know that many of our correspondents say, well, I don't really collect CDs. I just stream.
Oh, well, collect
this. Of course you can stream.
Or download it. I don't know.
Of course you can stream. You can do that. Do you want to you want to get physical CDs? There you go. Do you want to get an LP? Ew. The LP is available. So yeah, you have options.
Eric says, Hell Interface is the alter ego of the duo Boards of Canada. I don't know either of those two.
No. So
Eric, I have to say, Eric, you always give us things to research, which is amazing. I love that. So something else to learn. I love it. Oh my gosh, I love that you're bonding here. I love all of this. Okay. Oh! Abra says, I made a whole Christmas jazz playlist on Spotify based on all of the song mentions in last week's live. Abra, I gotta go check it out. Okay.
That's crazy.
Oh!
Drop it on us.
Love it.
Drop it on us.
This all makes me so happy.
Fantastic.
Oh, okay. Dave is asking, if you get a chance, could you show people the inserts if you asked for it? Yes, we did it earlier, but it is time to do it again.
Well, guess what, Dave?
Yes.
Go and do it.
Here's what you get. You don't just get the CD.
The CD is in a tiny little LP package. There's even a tiny little LP sleeve.
It's CD-sized.
And guess what? You get lyrics.
It's CD-sized, but
that's not all. And the lyrics actually fold out. And hello. This is very typical for a pressing like this. They are in Japanese and English.
Yes.
Hello. All that stuff. And you can see
cool.
the 4 albums in the catalog.
So
that's
cool.
Kind of awesome.
Tilt it down. Oh.
It's such a fantastic bit.
We're behind, but you got to tilt it down so people can see. The light just reflects off of it.
We also have the poster insert. Yep. And the poster will show you Laura in natural habitat. Hello. That's just fantastic.
So good.
It's so cool. I love that bar. Oh,
yes.
Man.
Yes. A whole poster.
And the back of the poster has notes on all the songs and just generalized notes on things and the bits and pieces about how it goes into this. This is how it's done. This is very cool. This is a lot of fun, folks.
Exactly.
So you get a bunch of stuff with this. This isn't some ordinary 2-bit CD. This is like a lot of care and packaging went into this. And you will love it if you get a copy.
Oh, Eric is asking.
So cool.
Oh, wait. Let me ask you guys this. Do you remember being a kid watching national instructional television programs on TV with shows like Inside Out or Bread and Butterflies or Think About?
No.
I don't.
I do not remember those.
But, honestly, if I went on YouTube and looked, I might. Karen says, I do not recall that. Alas, I remember Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom.
That I remember too.
I do remember that.
Marlon Perkins in a helicopter saying, Jim is wrestling with the alligator.
Peter.
You know? Big fun. Bye,
Thanks
Peter.
for the wine.
So cool.
You.
So cool.
Yay. I never saw those shows either. I know. Oh, Chas says, I still love Ewellsville by Ed Kooky Burns. So good. Paul, should I say this? Paul makes a holiday Christmas compilation every year.
For the past
over 25 years.
30 years.
30 years! Oh my God, we're so old.
Oh. But still the heart. I've done it for 30 years.
Dang, we're old. Okay.
1992 was the first year. Good.
That's 30 years.
Grief.
Isn't it?
We could play you all of them, and they're
Math.
fun. They're fun. There's fantastic stuff happening everywhere. Just kind of like stopping in my tracks because it's been a long time.
Oh, get his room, says to Peter. I'll pick up your tab.
Yep. Thank you.
So classy. So, he makes a Christmas compilation every year. And he doesn't like to generally release it because we don't necessarily own the rights to all of the songs he uses. But it's just a playlist. But
well, I can't just put it up on the usual streaming sources and blah, blah. I don't have any rights to anything. Come on. Don't be silly.
But if you're interested in receiving it, please send us your email address.
Because I make it a download package, and you can go there and grab it and go have some fun. It's great stuff, and I just like to share these things to the world. I find crazy stuff. I find some fairly ordinary stuff, but we put it together, and you can go with that. It's not your usual Christmas list that you would hear at the supermarket, of course. But we make things happen.
We're getting love for Wild Kingdom. And also, oh wait.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Jen says, I'm a child of the after-school specials era. Me too.
Seriously.
Oh my gosh. I'm trying to catch up.
Yep.
I'm just a bill. Yes, I'm only a bill.
If you're interested in the Christmas collection, forward us privately your email, and we will make sure you're on the list so you can get such things. Because, hey, we would like you to enjoy. It's very simple. It's not a big deal. I've been finding all sorts of great stuff from ages ago that nobody knew about because, well, we have some sources. And you would love these tracks.
Oh, Hollywood Hi-Fi, yes. Thank you for sharing that, Laura.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
How could I possibly forget he did that with Gamark?
Yes.
With George Gamark. I mean,
our friend gave us that book like
crazy
many years ago.
Crazy, stupid records that people did back in the day. And George and Pat actually put that together for you so you could find out about nutty stuff. It was so cool. It's so cool. It's a great book.
Yeah. Okay, you're talking amongst yourselves on YouTube, which is amazing. I don't want to miss anything.
Look, talk amongst yourselves.
This is the kind of thing that wakes me up in the middle of the night. Like, I didn't respond to a comment anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Errol says, LOL, Paul. On Jim saw Reagan's talk numerous times about how Jim was having a rough time wrestling a crocodile.
Hey, Marlon, you're hovering in the helicopter there. You want to, lend a hand or something? You know, maybe a skiff or something?
Quiz time. Eric is asking, what was the most covered Schoolhouse Rock song?
Well, that's rough. I can't tell you that any one of them were covered that well.
Well, I'm going to let people answer, and then I'm going to Google it.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I think that...
Suffering Until the Suffrage, I love that. I
can actually find covers of several of them, but not multiple covers. That's the thing that gets me.
All right.
I'm
just going to Google it.
Well.
Most covered Schoolhouse Rock songs. All right. Oh, interesting. Hold on. I don't know which one to click on.
Oh, that's true.
So many choices.
So many, yeah.
It's the most popular. Okay, the most popular Schoolhouse Rock. I don't know if this is it, but the most popular Schoolhouse Rock, which I totally get. Anyone want to guess? The most popular Schoolhouse Rock? Joe said it. 3 is the magic number. Yes. Yes.
Make it 3.
Yep. 3 is the magic number.
Covered by a number of artists. It actually covered back in the 80s by, I believe, De La Soul.
Yes, which I still remember.
Who actually put that together
Verb.
into a whole new
Verb
film.
Verb is my favorite. Verb. That's what's happening. Yeah, yeah.
Verb is this total soul blaxploitation number out
it's such a good song.
Saturday morning, which is
such
crazy.
a good song.
They do it so well. It's well done. You've got Bob Doherty, you've got Grady Tate. I think you've got like a whole package there. A fantastic bunch of musicians doing these things. Yep.
All right. I'm going to say 3 is the magic number, but...
What?
Wait, what? Hold on. Most... Okay.
There you go.
3 is the magic number. Yeah, okay. Hold on. Oh, okay, I'm just a bill, but I don't feel like that's... the most covered.
No.
The Tale of Mr. Morton? What? I don't even remember that.
Yes. What? And who?
Oh, electricity. Electricity.
They're all
Definitely
memorable.
remember that one.
But that doesn't make it a hit, per se.
Oh my God.
We're just trying to drill down with such things.
3 is the magic number. Such a good song.
Yeah.
Wait, cocktails based on Schoolhouse Rock. Yes, in January, the longest month, arguably, of the year. We could do a Schoolhouse Rock episode for sure.
3s and 4s and 5s and 6s.
Oh my God.
Yep, I got 6.
Yeah,
I got 6.
Could be.
Bang.
Although I love Verb, but yeah, 3 is the magic number.
Went to the Four-Legged Zoo. You could go a long time with this. But yeah, we could have some fun with that, folks. Verb, I thought, was one of my favorites back in the day. That was pretty good.
That's what's happening.
Action! Yep. Joe says 3 is the magic number.
I love the Schoolhouse Rock idea, and maybe we could do it on a nice Saturday afternoon, morning.
In sort of a brunch format.
In a brunch format. Because if we're going to do Schoolhouse Rock, we should be eating cereal.
And we should be having light drinks that last a long time.
Although I have to say that every time we say we're going to do that, we end up getting plastered. But whatever.
Oh, heck. We're not here to actually talk about making drinks and be totally...
Yes, Carradine. That is how we memorize things for school. Yes.
Yep.
100%.
Yeah, too much. Too much. Well, we've got some fun ideas for the future. Like your Schoolhouse Rock kind of stuff. That will lead you into at least 10 numbers and a lot of grammar and a lot of history. And then Interplanet Janet.
Oh, she's a galaxy girl.
Oh, wow. Well,
a solar system is from a different world.
Physics for kids. I love it. Big fun.
Interplanet Janet, she's a galaxy girl. The solar system is from... Oh, Julie likes the idea. Okay, yay. We're going to do this in January. In January.
These things happen.
December is gone. December's just gone.
Go.
It's crazy. But January, you had nothing but time.
So, folks, we have still been promoting...
Yes, I'm going to drop the link again. Hold on.
You asked for it. Fantastic title.
Drop the link again.
As I've said several times this evening, for an album. This is just like, you wanted it, you got it, pow. The band and her did it. It's crazy. 12 great songs.
So good.
Classic
Dropping
American
the link again.
songbook laid on you. It's just so good. These arrangements are killer. Oh, I'm dying here. I'm dying here.
You know, I've listened to this CD like 4 times today, and I'm not sick of it.
And there is no sick.
There's nothing. What else can you say? I can just listen to it over and over and over again. It's so good.
This is so killer.
It's so good.
You have liner notes. In Japanese and English, you have a poster.
No, but just actually just listening.
It's a really cool package. You want to go buy this? You'll get it. If you're like, well, I just like to stream stuff, that's available too. So you'll have fun with that. And boom.
Those outfits of Mrs. Frizzle. Eric says, I like Schoolhouse Rock, but I needed therapy this week. So I actually watched some episodes of Cop Rock.
Is Joe still here?
Joe, are you still here?
He was a fan of Cop Rock.
Just saying.
One other person in the United States is a fan of Cop Rock. I tell you. Okay. No, fantastic stuff. This is very cool. We're talking about...
Oh, and Gettysburg Ma'am says, don't forget to sneak in a New York State grilling in the snow. We need some snow for that.
If it gets frozen and I have to go out there with the chisel and the axe and make it happen, well, I guess we will do it. I don't care how much frost happens. We'll make it happen for the fans. Because I tell you, if we get socked in, which we have a tendency to do, what are you going to do?
I'm going to let you read this one because it will probably make more sense to you than it does me. Although, I can read it, but... Pie. Errol dropped a comment.
Yeah.
I didn't take physics.
Yeah. Neither did I. No.
You didn't take physics?
No, I did take physics in high school.
I was about to say, I thought you did.
I did, in fact.
I didn't, but like my brain... I did, but my brain dropped it earlier this evening.
We did not get a lot of math and physics, interestingly enough. That's what it was. I did not take it in college years. I took acoustics instead. It was a cool class. I remember that well. A lot of fun.
What were you going to say? Oh.
Yeah, chainsaw, frozen ice. All that stuff.
All right. So you seem a little flayed.
Well, it's been a long week and a half.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, jeez.
Thank you so much, Laura, for the amazing CD.
Cool tunes on a...
I just dropped the link, but I'm going to drop it again.
Cool tunes on a warm night. It's not that cold out there right here.
It's not that cold, but you know what? I'm going to drop it anyway.
Little drinkerinos for you.
We have.
A fresh eggnog is a great base for so many things. You used it.
Yes.
It's so cool. If you just want to have a few eggnogs, it's not a big deal.
I'm just dropping. Hold on. I'm not checked out. I'm dropping the link.
We're waiting.
Thank you so much for joining us. I'm so excited for New Year's Eve. And we will be back next Wednesday with some more holiday shenanigans.
You don't say.
I think possibly involving movies and or TV. But thank you so much, Laura, for the amazing music. Loving it so much. I've dropped the link a bunch of times, so please... go support. You will not regret it.
If you are viewing this and do not see a link because you're perhaps watching it later, drop us a line and we'll actually get the link to you.
It's all there. So.
It's all there. You can find it.
Oh,
it's not a big surprise.
Thank you for joining us.
Oh, please.
Yes.
Please.
Yes.
This is just...
We love you. Thank you for being here.
Too craziness. This is too good.
Yes. Thank you for being here.
But look, if you would like to find the sponsored music behind this entire broadcast, it is not hard, but if you are finding it difficult, let us know. Because we would like to put you in touch with Laura's page, which will let you know.
And she just dropped the link.
All of the music is.
Yes.
Yeah.
So thank you. Oh my gosh, we're at the end again.
I know.
It's more over the rainbow. It's going to make me weepy.
Oh, that's all.
Oh.
Listen, the only reason I'm emphasizing this so heavily is because these services want to serve you up what they're selling. We are selling Laura Ainsworth tonight. You've got some fantastic music. You can find it without a lot of trouble. And it's fantastic stuff. You've been listening to it.
Yes.
It's so good.
Yes.
These recordings are stellar. Oh, you're going to love it.
Thank you for being here.
As always.
We love you all. All right.
No matter where you've come from, and no matter where we have come from, no matter where you are, and no matter what you do, we are so happy you could be with us here tonight. Just a few hours.
Yes.
It's not so much, but it's what we can give you. And no matter where you are, no matter what you do, we will